What's up, nation? Really appreciate each and every last one of you all. Thank everybody for tuning in. We're going to talk about what's the meaning behind all of this. We do know that the NFL season is approaching. We got anywhere from, I believe, 9 more days before the draft, the virtual draft here. And we can talk about the fact that when we look into details of Dak Prescott situation and Terrence Crawford now coming out, there's a lot of people with fear of the unknown, which what we call the xenophobia. And there's a lot of people that look at it like this, like, look, stay inside, don't go outside, please stay inside. And there's a lot of people looking at it like, yeah, this is just a hoax. You know, the H1N1 killed a lot of people. A lot of people were affected by that, but we overcame that, right? The swine flu, we overcame that. The Spanish flu, although that was many of years ago, we overcame and we got beyond that. Now, this particular other new virus that's going around, I'm not going to say the name. I don't want to scare you guys off, but this new virus that's going around is putting a lot of people in this reality that if you got it, you'll perish. No, there are people that survive this, and those people that survive it, they got the antibodies, meaning they could walk around free and do whatever they want, basically. But the CDC says, hey, everybody stand still, don't go out, don't do this and don't do that, which is understandable. But I have to say this. There's a social responsibility that we must have, and it's a social, I guess, gumption that we can look at it and say, is the media swaying the narrative? Are all of these platforms coming together and they trying to put a hush hush on a lot of people? They're not putting the notifications out to certain people when we talk about these topics. Or, hey, this person is not a medical professional, so he shouldn't talk on it. Or if these group of celebrities come out and say that they have it, then it must be true. I don't want people to miss the boat. I don't want you guys to do that. But I do want you guys to understand that this is just the formalities of football. This is just the formalities of basketball. This is just the formality of any sports. And this is also just the formalities of life. Shout out to you, Adam. Really appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So, when we think about it, where did this all come from? What happened? Oh, I can tell you very clearly. This is what happened, nation. In Wuhan, China, they came out with this thing called 5G. Oh, what is it, Law? Oh, what is 5G? Don't we see that all the time on our phone? No, 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 no. This is a different type of level of 5G. On my phone, I can unlock my phone just with my face. Can you imagine? Whereas you go into a technology realm where you can not just unlock your phone with your face, but you can walk into a bank and all of your information is already uploaded, unlocked, never even have to mention or talk to anybody and say, I want to withdraw $500 or I want to deposit $500. That is what 5G can do. Or you stand on the side of a curve and you try to yell out for an Uber or what have you. And all you have to say is Uber. The cab, the taxi driver, or whoever you have services synced in with your phone can automatically pull up. That is the power and the possibilities of 5G networking. The ability to communicate without speaking to anybody socially as it relates to, well, speaking to everybody socially and not physically. Smartphones, they got that technology. Oh, it's a different frequency wave. That is what's going on. That different frequency wave can cause and stir up a lot of stuff. Shout out to you, Kelly. Really appreciate you for tuning in to the nation. But we always want to be first. We want to be the first to go to the moon. We want to be the first to go sail around the world. We want to be the first nation to take a plane to fly it all the way around the world. We want to be the first to go to Mars. We want to be the first to go beyond the stars. That's the life, that's the mindset of these countries. We always want to be first. I guarantee you now, What's up, Marley World? I guarantee you now, nobody want to be the first person to be on Mars now. Nobody want to be the first person to say, hey, I made it to Saturn. And when we can't fight off the elements that's right here in the United States or right here in this countries, the four corners of this world, it's hard for us to fight those things out. Why do we keep that need of 5G away from us humans? Here's the thing. You notice this right here. They say keep social distance. Nobody come out and say keep physical distance. It's always the cookie that's within the information. And let me tell you something. When you have a group of networks that's collided together and you have a signal beaming in, there are so many things that can happen with that signal. What we're saying is that the level of communications that you will receive as it relates to radio waves can cause and stir up a lot of things. Yo, it is what it is. And I hate to dive deep into this situation because I know it's going to go over a lot of people's head. But all you have to do is Google 5G and you Google the other word. The other word that start with COVID. You know what I'm saying? 19. And you will figure out your own self and follow here's the Hansel and Gretel, the trail of breadcrumbs. That will be the secret with lies within itself. So, going back to Dak Prescott and to Terrence Crawford. Terrence Crawford comes out today and say, well, I think it's all a hoax. I think it's all of the media trying to drive fear. And what does fear does? It weakens your thought, your mindset. It weakens your immune system too. When you are in fear, when you are in doubt, when you just don't have the complete knowledge of what's going on, it tackles your immune system because you're in shambles. But when you have faith, it does the exact opposite. It builds something inside of you. Now, when I'm talking about Dak Prescott, oh, we need news. We need stuff to stretch out. Reports saying that it was 30 people at the house. Reports saying that, oh no, it was 25. Oh, reports saying that it's 10. Oh, now reports saying that it's 7. Look, we all been young before, right? And I know a lot of people is going to fly over your head. But when you have a party, when you're having a function, when you have a group setting, don't you know that in this modern day time, if I invite 30 people over my house, don't you know it'll be a line so long, longer than Shaq feet of how many people is going to bring their own personal vehicles in. Yeah, Edward says like Hogan said, take your vitamins. Yes, you got to take your vitamins. You got to eat right. You got to be in shape as it relates to working out. You got to start giving your body elements and food that's going to fight for you, you see. But a lot of people look at it like, oh, the media says drink apple juice. We'll do that. No, 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 no. Oh, the media says stay inside. I don't want to go outside. Not saying just stay inside, but it's the complete multiple of other things that I'm trying to just put out there to the world for everybody to know. We have the DNA to fight off and ward off any virus, any harmful bacteria, any infection, everything inside of us. Drink your water, do things that you know is necessary to increase your immune system. That's all we are saying. Now, don't be foolish out there. But I know a lot of people will say, oh, Lord, my auntie had it. Uncle Ray had it. Pookie and John had it, and they perished. But guess what? You're not them. You didn't know and you didn't take into account what they did to previous health concerns and health conditionings. There's news out there right now as I speak, from my mouth to your ears, are labeling everything, every death, every situation when it goes down through the gauntlet as it relates to that death category as that particular virus, throwing off the numbers. And you look at the report and they say, well, why are you throwing off the numbers? It's hidden agendas in everything that we do. Hidden agendas. And most of the media, and trust me, When you look into it, who's the kings of the airways, you say. So all I can say is right now, Cowboy Nation, and those who listening in to me, is study, protect yourself, your family, and on top of that, understand that there's always an angle. There are more people, collectively speaking, that's been healed or body out fought the virus, opposed to those who perishing or those who's being buried. Now, it's a sad situation to be in. Yes, to see loved ones gone, to see loved ones suffering, but this too shall pass. That's all we're trying to say. They boasting the numbers on the black community dying with the C word. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. When you try to stir up a situation and say that fear is the driving force, this is what you get. This is what you get. It's the Wizard of Oz. You guys remember that, right? They thought that that thing was behind their curtains was something massive, something big. I tell you what, still going to lead with no football until November and still on lockdown so we can have the 5G network tower. This is manual. Yeah, there's been reports out there that they probably won't start the football or any sport contacts until Thanksgiving. Also, when you look at it, that 5G is something nasty, though. Woo wee, that 5G is something nasty, though. It's a clever idea. It's a clever idea. Look, when I pull up my phone with this Apple phone, I could just look at my phone and it unlocks everything. I can send paragraphs of text messages over to my loved ones and it goes through like a nanosecond. 5G network have the capability, it stands for 5 generation. 5G network have the capability for me to do a video upload that's really like a 2-hour video upload in 3 minutes. Let that sink into your mental. We out there in Oxnard, we do a video, me, my dog, Shango. You see, boy, don't you know if I'm out there on that network, it takes 3 or 4 minutes. But by me using my own individual network, that joker says this video will be uploaded in 24 hours. So I had to go wait and go all the way back to my hotel when we was out there or go by a place that's got a good internet to upload a video. But what 5G does is kind of like you're having Wi-Fi all throughout your house that's just that quick. That is what 5G is. People fail to realize that's a powerful weapon. 5G network, being able to say, oh, I left my I left my phone in the car. Don't worry, you got your Apple phone on your wrist. You can upload everything, just like that. Just like that. That scanning, the possibility of facial recognition, to being able to walk into a bank or walk into a grocery store and say, I left my wallet, no worries. The camera done already picked up your face, your social, you know what I'm saying? Your banking account is already attached to this network. Oh, so you mean that I could just walk off with this? Huh? I could just walk off with this? Y'all saw, look, I know you guys saw, and I ain't trying to lie to kick it, I'm just giving you guys some intel. I know you guys saw the Amazon stores just pop up, and you just walk right on in, and you scan whatever you want, you pick out whatever you want, and walk right on out. You say, okay, I'm buying this today. Shout out to you for the donation to help grow the nation. Really appreciate you. Let me see who made that donation. Joshua Whitlock, man, really appreciate you. Really, that is what 5G network is. Shout out to you, Eastside Harold, man. Really appreciate you. So that is what really going on, collectively speaking. Yes, they could crow. I don't want to say the name because they blocking people's channel for saying the name, for crying out loud. And these networks are all working together. That's the craziest thing. Saying, hey, don't give out information. Don't give out false information. Don't give out truth information, so I can't say it. Prison of your mind and your body. Your body, man, the thing is with your body, man, it can ward off and fight off a lot of things. It can. And we are behind on a lot of things. People, trust me, I'm not saying it's the hoax. People are perishing, people are passing away. But it is what it is. Um, Let me see what we got over here. Shout out to you. Is it Valera? Shout out to you. No offense, but I feel like the guy Jimmy who called the stream was pulling in your cards. I don't know who Jimmy is, but shout out to Jimmy though. But I just want people to understand those things. You know, I try to be as transparent as possible. I try to give you guys the best information as possible. Like I said, the draft is what, 9, 10 days from here. Jerry Jones, he's already worked out the kinks as relates to this virtual reality. They're saying if certain players are not on the board, they're really high on K. Lavon Chasson. Check out his little excerpt that I did of him. And really appreciate you, Omar. Man, really, really, really appreciate you so much for tuning in. Like I said, continue get you a little bit of sunlight, continue to work out a little bit as it relates to push-ups or what have you. 5G is just the first step of the new world order. This is from my guy Manuel. Next will be the RFID chip. Your body from the vaccine will eventually come on without it. Okay. Think about this. If you want to attend a certain school or if you want to work in the medical professions, a lot of people don't know this. There's a thing called TB that you have to get in order to work there. Scanning. You have to get tested to see whether or not your body is contagious of the TB. They stick you, they poke you, and they pull some blood out of you to see whether or not you're contagious with the TB. TB kills a lot of people. For those who don't know, it's tuberculosis. And I hope I said the name right. But in order for you to work in the medical field, you have to get that done. If there sees that your body reacts to this little bit of TB that they give you, your skin will rise up on itself, right? If they see that, then they go through another situation where they scan your lungs, they scan your chest, they do what we call a chest X-ray. They've been doing that for many of years. TB kills a lot of people. A lot of things, whatever kills a lot of people too, is heart diseases and things like that. We are surrounded by the enemy of this world, right? It want to chew you up and spit you out. It want to tell you that you're nothing, right? But what I'm saying is that if you work in the federal medical facilities with that TB, you have to, it's a must that you get that TB shot, because if not, and you continue to work, they'll walk you off with handcuffs. Let me repeat, they will walk you off with handcuffs because you are affecting other people without a trace or a sense. Now, that's mandated through any federal employee that's in anybody's hospital that you got to get this TB. You can't say, well, I'm naturally healing myself. They take that information, believe it or not, and it's stored in all other systems. But guess what? That's tagged on along with that information, your social, your blood, your DNA, you see, your blood, whether you're O positive, B positive, whatever, all of that information is stored. They want to infiltrate or to have a similar situation just like that to the general public. Remember what I said on my last live stream about the Bill Gates situation, investing $10 billion in pharmaceuticals. Well, with that being said, the $10 billion, think about this. Bill Gates, I believe in 2004, 2005, his company had to decompartmentalize themselves because they were considered a monopoly. So he was considered a monopoly, so he had to break down his units of businesses and things like that. He lost to the government. And my thing is, when you lose and you got $1 billion, your next step, your next move will be, how can I get back what I lost? Oh, let me do another deal. But I come back And now you guys got to feel me. Bill Gates went on his whole run about, hey, the world is too many people. Oh, it's too many people in this world. Think about it. That's come out of the mouth of Bill Gates, not my mouth. We're gonna have to figure out a way to control this growth. What's always been an element of controlling something? The survival of fittest. We see it all the time in the jungles. We see it all the time in the natural habitats. Look, fungi can grow into a rainforest and kill and destroy many of natural life living organisms. That's just fungi or the algae that's in the water. But then you got your competitors. You got the algae eaters. You got other things that eat the algae. You see what I'm saying? This thing can go on and on and on. But what I'm trying to say is to you all, and I'm not trying to be, I hope you guys don't think I'm conspiracy law out here. I'm just giving you guys some facts. Oh, digital vaccine. Oh, what is this guy known for? Computer programming? Oh, so before you step onto this plane to go to Baghdad, Idaho, or dare I say China, had this guy ever had this particular flu? Oh, had this guy had this vaccination? Did he have the TB? Oh, did this guy been clear of Ebola? He's entering Brazil. How will we check? Okay, we have a digital certification. This guy's digitally cleared to go. Look it up, digital vaccine. Come back and let me know what you guys find out. This is what this world is going to. Oh, can we hook that digital vaccine for 100 to the 5G network? Just in case if I'm on that plane to go to South Africa or if I'm on that plane to go to Japan. Oh, I left my phone. No worries. Just look into this camera right quick. Oh, that's law. Give me 5 seconds. Oh, he's cleared to go. That's what's going to happen. Oh, I want to I want to get into Yale or Duke or Harvard. Or how we know if this guy will affect anybody. Think about the wording, social distance. Social distance. They could have said physical distance, but the agenda for this thing is social distance. We got to socially be separated from each other. We don't want a group. We don't want a group of 10 to 15 to 20,000 people in the same area with the 5G network. I can tell you everything about that person by hacking into their system. Oh, his system being compromised. It is what it is. Shout out to you, man. Our standalone complex law is the LSU K. Levon, a day one starter. Do you think these moves we made could possibly keep him from starting? He's not a day one starter. He's not a day one starter. I look at his tape. Oh, this Tim, he's not a day one starter. So if that can clear up any airways for you guys. But will he be down the road a guy that you really say, dog, I can't wait to see this kid play? Yes. Is he a better prospect than a Taco Charlton? Because I've seen some people make the comparison to Taco. I said, yeah, he's better comparison than Taco Charlton. Let me see what we have. Jimmy was his name yesterday, the Eagles guy. Shout out to Jimmy, though, man. Appreciate him. 5G is dangerous. This is from Young C Note. That's a cold name, fam. 5G is dangerous, but the world is dangerous. Everything dealing with vibrations and throwing the radiations for the nation and off is dangerous, you see. Look, when you get exposed or you've been exposed to high levels of radiation, they have a nuclear radiation person for every state in the United States. One person to check out the irregularities or the certain cities that have the quote unquote large population or large population dense in that particular area. They have a radiation guy. It's like a CIA type of guy that really scans and check out to see what's going on. The United States been had that type of person to monitor and these sort of things. His job may be limited now due to technology as it relates to other things that we do, but they do have a guy in every state to monitor the levels of radiation. Don't you know if you've been exposed by high levels of gamma rays or high levels of radiation? And I ain't talking about you turn into like the Hulk. There were a lot of people think you're gonna turn into this Hulk-like character when you got when you've been exposed. But when you're exposed to high levels of radiation, they say keep your distance from that person. Yep. I'm giving you guys too much information right now. But New World Order, simply put, government, one religion, and no other independency. Yeah, Quest. Yeah, it's crazy. But get right with God, everyone. Bama fan, you right. Yeah, you're right. Get right with Him. Oh, since y'all wanna put it out there like that, right? Trying to say that the virus is killing, but it's a cover up for 5G. Look, let me tell y'all a story. It's a good story out of the Bible, right? A lot of people thought that when David slew Goliath, that it was over with. Follow me along for those good Bible novelists or Bible historians out there. When David slew Goliath, a lot of people say, "Oh, way to go, David! You killed the Goliath. You destroyed the Goliath people, the giants of the land. You won." Guess what? Newsflash. There were Goliath brothers who caught wind and said, "Hold on. Somebody killed homie? Somebody killed big bro? Who killed him? Oh, the guy named David. Well, we're going to come and we're going to try to destroy his family and his whole entire lineage, his whole entire legacy, his people and everybody. We're going to wipe out their land, right? We're going to slew the guy that slew my brother." That's what gang violence is, right? A lot of people think gang violence is, oh, these gang members are out here just trying to kill each other. No, 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 no. It's you took something from me. Now it's time for me to take something from you. Eye for an eye type of treatment. So David was minding his own business. Goliath brother came and said, "You know what? I'm finna take care of you." But guess what? David himself, shout out to you, Standalone Complex, slew Goliath brothers too. He kicked their butt. A seer, there was a messenger of God during that time called seers. People call him Gag or what have you, G-A-D. But that seer came to David and said, "Hey, boy, you happy right now. You think you doing something good, right?" David said, "Yeah." And that seer told David, "Don't count your man. Don't go around and thinking that you all high and mighty. No, it wasn't you who was able to do this. It was the man above." And David said, I won't count him. But guess what David did, Cowboy Nation, and those who listen to Law Nation? David counted every one of his men. He started counting. Oh, I'm counting everybody. And this is my troops. This is what we are able to do to take over the Goliaths of the world. Same seer came back to David and said, God didn't like that. Oh, I'm getting to the point. I hope you guys can follow. He said, nah, God didn't like that. So now we got to levy upon you the pain and the punishment from the Lord. There's going to be three choices, David. Either you can flee again, run from this enemy that's going to approach you. And remember, David had to do a lot of running. Or you can have famine in the land for 7 years. Remember, famine in the land, that's when everything is desolate. Nothing will grow. A lot of people will die. Or the last choice will be the plague for 3 days. And you know, back in the days, the plague was locusts, flies, bugs, eating up all your vegetations, spreading all type of disease. It's funny how nothing is new under the sun. Boy, I'm giving you guys some good message right now. David was like, man, bring me the flies, dog. I ain't finna run no more. I ain't finna run for 3 months. And if a dog sure not finna be a famine in the land for 7 years, bring me the flies. I come here to tell you guys that over 120,000 people died because of David's decision to count his people. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, my troop is good. The arrogance, the stupidity, the, oh, I'm good as the rest of the people. Think about this. Off of one man's decision, God allowed 120, over 120,000 people to perish. Just like that. That's crazy. That's crazy. And it was 3 days. It was the less of all of the other situations at hand. And what I'm trying to say is that sometimes when we appoint certain leaders to cover, to be up on this particular nation, we fall under the leader's directions and we take on their trials and tribulations. People perish because of the leader's decisions. Now, I'm not pointing the finger at Trump. I'm not pointing the finger at I guess the prime minister or whoever nations on the other opposite side of the world. But the reality is that we as people of a nation, I'm preaching to you guys today, is the reality of it is that we fall under other people's directions and we fall under their decisions. That's just the reality of it. I hate to say it, but that's just the reality of it, Cowboy Nation. Unfortunately, that's just how it goes. So when people make these decisions, we fall up under it. We get hit with the same thing. People say, well, law, what this person got to do with this, or what this person got to do with that. Not everybody loves you. Not everybody like you. People will persecute you. People will kill you just because you have the red, white, and blue on with the star. With the stars, right? Like, I get people to hate me just because of the Cowboys. They don't even know who I am. They say, man, I can't stand this dude. He's a Cowboy fan. He must suck, That's just the reality of it, Cowboy Nation. That's just how it goes. And that's the story. Y'all can fact check it by, Googling David's when he fought the Goliaths of the worlds or what have you, brothers, and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right. I really appreciate you all. I done stole enough of your time. We would talk a little bit more about this tomorrow. It will be the late night hype. Yes, it will be the late night hype. Me, Big Game James, Skywalker Steel, man, with the new feel of bringing in all of the good information. Oh, reserve your dates for the draft. For the draft, this draft is going to be live, lit, ready. It's going to be me, Big Game James, Skywalker Steel. I think we're going to bring in Vanch. We're going to give you guys the breakdown analysis of every player from A to Z, from all of the teams. We're not just going to do the Cowboys. So tell your friend, tell your neighbors, tell everybody. Tune in to Law Nation's page, to Big Game James' page, to all of our pages. And it's going to be lit, baby. It's going to be flat out lit. Shout out to K Francis. He says, stay safe, Cowboy Nation. Don't think that this thing is a hoax. Don't think that this thing is something to laugh at and you go out there in the park and you go out there with groups of people. I'm not trying to install fear into you guys, but when somebody sneezes, don't say F them, say God bless them. People's heart stops when you sneeze. There's a research study out there. But wash your hands, keep your social distance, but really physical distance from people in this time right now. And I'm not trying to have fear into you guys, but if you have a loved one, tell them that you love them. Do your due diligence. Eat right, basically. Drink your water, do all of those things. And that way, when we do win this Super Bowl, right? When we do get out here and make everything else happen, boy. You know, you guys will be here to enjoy it. Joey S says, keep your eyes on the Lord. Yes, yes, Tom. Was it Totu? Appreciate you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And take heed to what I'm saying, Cowboy Nation. Just stay safe. And let's continue to grind and shine. There'll be some more information out there. Oh, I need your feedback. Do you guys like those little 3-4 minute videos that I do of these little draft prospects? It's just my overview. It's not a breakdown or anything. Just my overview. Like I did the what's the kid, Ashton Davis. It's not a film breakdown. It's just more of an overview. The kid can fly. He's a good hitter out in space. Got good hips. Sink his hips pretty well. He's not popular, but he got some things that he got to work on. But I just look at players. I can't pull out so much negative right now. I'm only pulling out positive things on these players, these young men that's about to make a change in their life. And I think that through the level of positivity that you guys can see through their tape. And I can tell you guys a few negative, but most of my film is going to be of these college players just on the positive aspect of the good look on how they'll fit into this particular system. Let me know if you guys like that. Post me your thoughts, post me your concerns down below, and hit that like button. Share this content. Let that friend, neighbor, foe know where to go when they want to tune in to Cowboy Sports Talk and beyond. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Thank those who subscribe and hit that like button again. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. They finna cut some grass out here. Yeah. Does that want to go away? Let me see. Got the lawn people out here, you know what I'm saying? They're cutting this grass. That's why I said I'm gonna wrap this thing up. And it don't want to go off. Huh. Come on. I guess I ain't hooked up to the 5G network. Come on, go off. Christopher, what's good, man? Appreciate you, man. God bless. Y'all go DC for life, by the way. Yes, y'all. Oh, put down where y'all are from. You want to see them cut the grass? They better do a good job, too. There we go. There we go. Appreciate y'all. Salute.